All right, today we're going to talk about something that's, well, it's kind of a cautionary tale. It's all about how one tiny, harmless decision, like a cheat meal, can open a door you might struggle to close later. How a cheat day can sneakily, almost without you noticing, turn into a cheat life.
So, picture this. Really put yourself there. For years, you've been doing the whole boiled chicken, weighing your portions, super disciplined thing. Then you take that first bite of pizza. And it's not just good, it's so good you could almost cry. It's this massive wave of pure relief and pleasure. And it's so powerful that in that one moment, it makes you question, well, everything. And boom, just like that, this belief you've held for so long that clean eating had to be miserable to be worth it, it just shatters in one bite. The whole idea that the only way to be healthy is through suffering, gone. And right there, that's the moment the door starts to creak open. Okay, so let's get into the nitty-gritty of what happens right after that first bite. This is the very beginning, when everything feels totally fine. Maybe even, dare I say it, better than before.
The difference is just staggering, right? You're going from this world of bland, boiled, measured everything to an absolute explosion of flavor. Pizza, fries, it's incredible. Every bite feels like this little act of rebellion. And honestly, it tastes so good. It's a million miles away from, that chalky protein shake you used to choke down.
But here's the really weird part. Physically, your body doesn't seem to care at all. You're expecting to feel bloated, sluggish, maybe guilty, but you don't. Your workouts feel just as good, sometimes even better, because you've got all this new energy. It honestly feels like you've stumbled on some kind of cheat code for fitness.
And this is where the mind games begin. The little voice of rationalization starts to creep in. You start thinking, maybe all those years weren't discipline. Maybe it was just an extreme that I didn't need. And not one little question, that's all the justification you need to keep that door propped wide open.
So of course, that little bit of rationalizing leads you right into the next phase. We'll call it the honeymoon phase. This is where junk food isn't just a treat anymore. Nope, it's starting to become a regular part of your life.
And at first, it seems amazing. The benefits just keep stacking up. The guilt, it fades away. Junk food is just normal food now. Your social life gets so much easier. No more being the weirdo at the party with the Tupperware of chicken and broccoli. You're not the robot anymore. You just feel normal.
But, yeah, there's always a but, isn't there? This is the turning point. Because while you're feeling all liberated and socially normal, your body is quietly, subtly, starting to send out some warning signals. They're tiny at first, super easy to miss, but trust me, they're there. Which brings us to the next stage, the slow slide. And the key word here is slow. It's so important to get this. This whole thing doesn't happen overnight. It's a gradual, almost invisible slide over months, and that's exactly what makes it so incredibly dangerous.
So look at how this plays out. In week 1, you feel a little guilty, but your workouts are still awesome. By month 1, junk food is normal, but hey, maybe you notice your sleep isn't quite as deep. Then, at month 2, your shirts are fitting differently. Your energy is up and down. By month 4, your performance in the gym actually starts to drop. The gym doesn't feel like home anymore. And then, at 6 months, you look around and realize this is the new you. It's so gradual you barely notice it happening day to day. It's the classic boiling frog scenario, right? Each tiny change is easy to ignore, until suddenly, you're in a completely different place. And here's some actual physical proof. You used to be able to knock out 10 clean pull-ups, no problem. Now suddenly, you're struggling to get to 8. And it doesn't seem like a huge deal, does it? Just 2 reps. But that's the first real crack in the foundation. And what does that voice in your head say? Everyone has an off week. This is normal, right? It's that constant rationalization that just keeps you walking down the same path. You chalk it up to being busy, tired, stressed. It is so easy to explain away the early warning signs. And after 6 months of those little excuses, well, you arrive here. This isn't a slump or an off week anymore. This is just normal now. It's your new reality. The bad habits have set in, and this lower state of being has become your baseline. And just look at the difference. It's absolutely stark. Then you were lean and sharp. Now you feel heavy and slow. You went from 10 clean pull-ups to barely struggling through 1. From energetic workouts to being totally gassed in 20 minutes. And the gym, the place that used to be your home, now it's a place you'd rather avoid.
and your whole relationship with food has flipped upside down. The junk food isn't exciting anymore. It's not a treat. It's just maintenance. Your brain is so used to it that if you don't have it, you feel irritable and off. You need it now just to feel okay, just to get back to your new, lower baseline.
Okay, but this whole thing isn't meant to be depressing. It's not just a story about sliding downhill. It's also about finding the way back. So let's talk about the actual lesson here. Because understanding how you got here is the first step to getting out.
And this, right here, is the absolute core of it. The problem isn't the treat itself. A slice of pizza isn't going to ruin you. A burger? Fine. The problem is when that cheat day becomes the default. When just this once slowly turns into just for today, and then suddenly it's every single day. It's when the exception becomes the rule.
I love this way of thinking about it. You can open that door to the cheat day anytime you want. Just don't move in. Enjoying a treat is totally fine. It's normal. The mistake is unpacking your bags and setting up camp. True balance is about visiting that place, not making it your permanent address. And the best part? Getting back on track doesn't mean you have to swing the pendulum all the way back to boiled chicken and misery. Nope. It starts small, like really small. A short workout, a super simple routine. All you need is just a tiny bit of momentum to start heading in the right direction again.
So let's leave it with this question. Junk food always collects its debt. It's a bill that gets paid with your energy, your performance, your health. So the only real question is, when do you decide to stop paying it?